Elizabeth Smart is America's most well-known kidnapping survivor. Now her father, Ed Smart, is offering to help Savannah Guthrie's family. By remarkable coincidence, he lives in Tucson, the same city where 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie was abducted.
I am trying to reach out and anything I can do to help their family.
And what would you say to them in terms of guidance and empathy, because you know what they're going through?
You know, I think keeping faith and hope that their mother will come back is huge.
Elizabeth Smart was 14 years old in 2002 when she was abducted from her bedroom in Salt Lake City. 9 months later, she was found alive after this lunatic forced her to become his bride.
You actually received ransom notes early on.
We did.
He says they were bogus. In the Nancy Guthrie case, police announced one arrest for a ransom note deemed a hoax.
How do you deal with the guilt of, do I pay? Is it a mistake to pay? How do we engage? How do we find out if she's alive?
You know, we really followed the direction of law enforcement, whether it was the FBI or, you know, in our case, the Salt Lake Police Department. We worked with them.
He says one of his biggest hurdles came when he fell under suspicion.
How does that make you feel when you realize you've done nothing and yet the world is looking at you wondering if you did?
You know, it's really upsetting, and it compounds the issue. You know that you have nothing to do with it, but how do you get everyone else to believe that?
John Ramsey is another famous father who wrongly came under scrutiny after his daughter, JonBenet, was found slain in the basement of his home in Boulder, Colorado.
How do you handle that? How do you cope with that?
You know, in our case, it didn't matter. We had lost our child, and that was devastating.
JonBenet's body was discovered the day after Christmas 1996. All these years later, the killer remains unidentified.
Would you tell the Guthries, just put up a wall and just focus on what's important and don't listen to the noise?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The most important thing right now is to make sure, in their case, that the FBI is intimately involved. They've got tons of resources, and be aggressive and say, what are you doing?
He says, like Savannah Guthrie and her family, he also received hoax ransom notes.
We got scammed several times by people that, sounds like it's worth sending some money. Unless you can verify, it's just foolish.